Peterson family. Our dad, the three Peterson brothers, and our families farm together in central Kansas. Our family farm started in 1882 and has been raising cattle and crops ever since. Please subscribe to this channel and give us a like and a comment if you enjoy the video. On another load to the sale. I think Dad and Nathan are raking and baling alfalfa this morning. So I'm gonna load these cattle by myself. Hopefully they cooperate. But we got the chores done and we're getting the hay baled. Kendall is in Chicago with Kaylin, so we're down a man this morning. But like I said, hopefully I can get these cattle loaded and taken into the sale, no problem. So thankfully this isn't a full load, as that would be a lot harder for me to load by myself. If I put 62 into the cattle semi here, it would fill the semi up and it'd be hard to get them all packed in there by myself. But I've only got 49 today, and so that shouldn't be too bad. Put some on the bottom, some on the top. Should be plenty of space. Shh, come on, hey, 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 hey. All right, I got the cattle loaded. It was not the quickest of loads like I thought it would maybe be. It took me a while because it's just one of me, but I got it done. And we are on our way to the sale. All right, got the cattle hauled in. I'm gonna pretend like I'm a real trucker and park here at the truck stop, go get some lunch. Walked from the truck stop to the Mecca on the plains, Brahms. First thing I did when I got home, before I even parked my van over there, was unload a load of calves. It was quite amazing how the timing worked out. My dad told the order buyer to tell the trucker to call him instead of me, since I wasn't home. So he called my dad, and my dad called me and said, "They're almost there, are you gonna be home?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm getting off the interstate exit." Pretty much the same time that Kyle was getting off the interstate exit. And so I got to unload the pot of calves. So I went to work within seconds of getting home. Well, I was gone for about 3 days. I went on a trip to Chicago with Schooler. And when I came back, they turned my house into a barn. So my mudroom had a baby calf in it last night. Nathan and Dad had seen that it hadn't been up nursing. It was actually a twin of a mom. So they're still like 10 days, 8 days early or something like that before the due date. But so we had twins born yesterday, and one of them wasn't as eager as the other one. So they took that one off for now. And so we'd given it colostrum in my mudroom there. So when I got home, it was still hanging out there. Right now we have it over in this little chicken coop shed. So I rode over here with Dad. We have two hanging tractors over here, the 7430 and the M7. I'm gonna take the M7, I'm gonna unhook it from the baler and hook it to the swather and go and bale some sorghum sedan. Go swath some sorghum sedan. So that's Dad's second load of manure. There's gonna be a lot of loads hauled over here though before it's all said and done.
All right, we're hammering down. Kind of late in the evening. I was gonna go home, but I'm waiting for Dad to pick me up. We're getting this field opened up, and then hopefully tomorrow we can just swath all of it. Then it can be 109 degrees over the weekend, which I'd really rather not, but if the sun's gonna shine, make hay. See, the DMC is doing work at 9 miles an hour. I think we drilled this like July 1st. Been in the ground like 45, 50 days. It's pretty good, you gotta admit. Sudangrass, it gets a couple rains and it just grows like a weed. It got a fast start and it blocked out the weeds, which is exactly what we like to see. So with our our forage blends that we graze, you can leave some and then have good mulch to help block out weeds next year. So we've been doing a little more of these forages because they just don't take as much rain to produce as like double crop soybeans or milo, you know, where you're trying to get grain. My hope is that the more we grow, then like the more we can kind of leave out there and see how that improves the ground and blocks out weeds for next year, because we like getting the feed here, but now, you know, this will regrow some and have some residue cover, but if you had a heavy cover, then you get a lot more help blocking out weeds. This is arguably the best double crop sudangrass we've grown, so that's nice. Here's one of the taller spots. I guess where I started filming it wasn't, that's like 6 foot tall.
While in Chicago, we toured one of their processing facilities. They're south of the city. And we also we had meetings at a hotel there. And we got to check out Wrigley Field. We went to a game there. Kaylin was able to come along to that one. And so that was a really fun time. Learned a lot about soybean crush. And kind of their uses. Their schooler put together a group of 15 or so farmers, and they wanted us in the room to hear our opinions. Since we are their customers, they wanted to make sure their vision for the company was lining up with what some of their main farmer customers are wanting. We kind of gave them opinions on several different things, some regenerative things they want to roll out, kind of rewarding farmers for taking care of the land and being stewards of it. So they took really good care of us while we were there. Kaylin and I enjoyed ourselves, and we enjoyed getting to meet the farmers that were on that group, and of course the people at Schooler who put it all together. We are really thankful to be back home and kind of get back to our daily life, see our kids as they didn't make the trip with us. Shout out to my mom and dad for watching them while we were gone. And while we were gone, they chopped a bunch of silage for a neighbor. I think they put up third cutting of alfalfa, and there were 3 baby calves born, including those twins I was talking about. And so that's just kind of a summary of my week. I was gone for those 3 days.
Oh, we're cooking now. 10 mile an hour. That high throw kit is letting me go faster for sure. Are actually cutting it with it a little off the ground to leave about 8 inches of stubble, so we have some regrowth. Because all the good leafy stuff is up here, up top anyways, and we want there to be some regrowth. I was cutting it low last night. Dad's idea to cut it farther off the ground, which I thought that was a good idea. But now that the outrounds are wilted overnight, I don't even have to pick up on the end, so I can just turn around and keep going, not have to set it every time.
Blair, what are we standing by? Uh-huh. And is some of it taller than Daddy? She's excited to ride in the Swather. We're going to trade off Uncle Nathan. He's on his way back here with the M7 and the DMC. So we're swathing this stuff pretty high. We want it to regrow some and be a cover for the winter. And we have a lot of hay, so we don't want this most stemmy stuff at the bottom. So yeah, here comes Uncle Nathan. He's gonna spin it around and then go back the other way.
All right, Kendall's trading me off. Kendall and Blair. So we'll listen to this thing wind up. She's hungry. Let her eat. So I'm gonna go get some spraying done before it gets too windy and too hot.
Blair is intrigued by the mechanical bird flying around us.
Well, today is Saturday, and we've got the pivot running here. It's supposed to get up to 110 today. Hottest day of the year so far. And I think for the next 7 days, it's supposed to be over 100, or maybe next 6 or 7 days, it's supposed to be over 100. So this is heat wave number 2 for us here in central Kansas. That first one was pretty hard to go through, but then we got 3 or 4 inches of rain after it, and it cooled down, and we were looking good and feeling in pretty good shape. But now we are on heat wave number 2, and there is no chance of rain in the forecast. So this could be even tougher. But thankfully we have irrigation on our one field here, so we will run that, especially at night and in the morning. And we will see how hot it actually gets today. Here's hoping it doesn't actually get to 110, but that's what they're saying. Thing is huge.
Okay, I'm heading home for lunch. It's a Saturday, but I'm hoping that Evan can come and finish this up, and he has a 2-hour window or something. He could come swath. And I believe Greg and Nathan are leaving to do an event in Ashland, Kansas tonight. So it'll be Dad and I, and so hopefully Dad and I can home and her while Evan finishes swathing this. I left the field for a while and went and swathed a neighbor's yard and 2 waterways. and then came back to park the swather there. So didn't get as much of the field done as Nathan did, but I had a productive morning. So okay, these beans look real good, but the stretch of another 10-day stretch at 105 is gonna roast them. Okay, rolling forward here on Saturday night. Okay, this twin was born. This is the twin. It figures out how to nurse. The other one does not seem to be. But I'm still not positive it's nursing on its own. So we still lock the cow in the chute. And then letting this calf get some time on the teat. We are, to a certain extent. Like, you know, we're
Hi, Hendy.
Which shrub do you like the best?
trapped it. I mean, a lot of things trapped across the country.
You like this one with the flowers?
From a farmer's angle.
They're both cute.
Well, watering cows is just not super fun job. You gotta do it all the time, and you got severe punishment if you don't get it done. This time I came out here before the tanks were very low, so get some running here and get off to Swathing. So, you know, just driving through Kansas. Doesn't look a lot like Kansas. This is it. So, we got this part right here on the road paved, because there's so much runoff that comes off that hill. This is the backside of Coronado Heights, kind of. So I'm in the field, swathing away.
Round, I noticed both number 4 nozzle and 5 were not full strength, so they had a little gunk in them. So I'm getting them cleaned out so I don't have to get soaking wet and do it while it's running.
Also, it makes it look like the beans are short, but you're standing on something.
Yes, I'm
On a bucket.
the river screen I didn't have adjusted right one night, and I came back and the screen wasn't turning, and so I think it might have maybe got some junk in it.
Got some junk in it. That's the power of the river screen.
Usually we don't have any plugs on this one.
Got my cattle chores done this morning. Packed a lunch today and made it to the M7. I think it's before 10. I don't know what time it is. And so I'm gonna finish getting this swath. There's the Milo, looks like.
Another evening, another starting up of the pump. It was nice to have a little break with that rain, but now the heat dome is here. Time to keep her running. We'll see if I can get it, if it'll prime for me on camera, because cameras are bad luck, but it's been priming really good. Hear it sucking air. Let her climb a little bit. Takes when it works. Get the jets on. And the inside jets. Usually I can hear the pump pull down as when the pivot pressurizes up. We got a nice sunset view of it now. Oh, here comes the water. You can see it's working its way down the nozzles. And in gun. So now I'll make sure my gallons per minute and RPM is right, and let her go.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Check out our music videos linked in the description. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Snapchat, and explore our website, www.petersonfarmbrothers.com. See you guys next time.